Hello everyone and welcome back to Rising Angels Reborn. It's Azumarcy here, and we're going to continue with where we left off. We had just found Captain Moonfollow, who had given us a clue as to what we're supposed to be looking for. So let's continue, shall we? Captain Moonfollow leads me to a spot on the far edge of camp. The soil is disturbed and I can see where she was digging. Was she secretly looking for a bone? If she was, she found me one. The datapad lies half buried in the soil. The corner of the rectangular tablet just out. I can only assume that Captain Moonfollow was pulling out when she realized I should do it. You're very smart to leave the excavation to me. You don't want to risk damaging it. That's not it. That's not dirt staining the screen. Okay? Curiosity gets the better of me, so I skip safety following procedures and pull it out without being delicate. She's right. The dirt stain is far too red to be from the soil. Perhaps they found it on another planet. They found it somewhere with red sand, or... That makes no sense. Oh, they dig it up one place just to bury it in another. It would have been a splotchy pattern now if it was from the soil. Could it be blood? Dried up blood? It smells like it. Blood. Whose? Why? Who'd want to bury a blood-covered datapad? How deep was it? Barely under the surface. I was looking for more signs of disturbed ground, but none of the others had anything buried in them. Rats. Still, we might be able to pull something useful from this one. We should stay here. We shouldn't stay here. Sorry, I read that wrong. What do you mean? We need to do a full scan of the area. It's possible that we might find fate of our missing researchers. There's something wrong here. Very wrong. The land. My father always taught me to listen to the animals. If you can't hear them, he said, you should run. Even though I have got a slightly worrisome feeling. I don't feel anything like Zuri or Moonfollow are talking about. Still, it would be unwise to ignore the advice of my crew. Everyone gather up. We'll be heading back to the Nimros and investigate this datapad there further. Don't tell me you're getting cold feet because of a spooked puppy who can't handle a little blood. I can. Major, please listen to us. We need to go now. Darkness is setting. It's just a storm cloud. You can't seriously think you're going to dissolve because you're so sweet. Soul, enough with the attitude. Soul, our security officer just said they don't feel safe here anymore. We're going. Fine. Besides, I got a potential clue. I brush out the remaining specks of dirt from the tarnished silver casing. My little enigma must have something important on it. It has to. Someone tried hiding this one. I can only hope it was a researcher who didn't want whatever it was that got to the other computers. It must be someone who knows the truth can never die. People don't murder others over old trinkets and ruins. Something important was here. Perhaps something dangerous. A man wouldn't have sent me after old pottery. Weapon, maybe. A weapon is something what people kill for. A weapon is worth sending an SITO. I hope we get to find out what an SITO actually stands for, because I don't think they've revealed it to us so far. And they keep repeating the same word over and over again when they're trying to talk about Natalie or old people who have been on the ship. So it's interesting that we have to try and figure that out too. Weapon. Could there have been an ancient weapon of mass destruction buried on these grounds? Have we disturbed the grounds of a mystery best left unsolved? Zuri lightly grips my shoulder, bringing me back to reality. Sorry, everyone pull out. As I step out of the shuttle airlock, I can't help but feel a little happy. It almost feels like returning home after a long day at work. Actually, that's what this is. Never really thought about it, but this ship is actually my home now. Commander should hear about our discoveries. I'm going to report it into her before I tear this thing apart. Go ahead, I need a word with Lieutenant Zuri. Huh? So, it was my decision to come back home. I know, and I accept that. I just need to talk to her about something work related. Alright, won't be too long. So be quick. You think she'll be alright with him? Tell the commander that I got mud all over my boots. I'll be in there shortly. I'll go tell her. Thanks. Oh, great! And Sol is going to yell at our little cute non-human. I forgot what she was called now. That sucks. Lieutenant, what were you thinking out there? Thoughts, that's what most people think. Let me make myself a little more clear. When I looked up for my investigation, do you know what I saw? A sun, a bird, Natalie? If you knew it was good for you, you would stop talking. I saw you, Lieutenant, staring off into space when she was on duty. I wasn't staring off into space, I swear, Major. Okay, the forest. I don't care what you were staring at. It wasn't at any of our security equipment. Let me be clear. I can barely tolerate your constant accidental assaults, your lax behavior, and your disrespect. I somehow managed to muster the strength each day not to write all the paperwork. Yeah, you totally do that, because if you did muster all the strength, you would have broken down by now. And by now, I mean today. But when we finally have a real use for you, the last thing I imagined you were doing was just standing there with your mouth open. You keep telling me that how you want to be a real warrior. I do, I am. What the hell were you doing out there? The whole team was in danger because of your actions. I had it under control. Why can't you trust me? Mind your tone. Really, Soul? Not now. Sir, I wasn't zoning out or whatever you think I might have been doing. Oh? And what were you doing, Lieutenant? I was sensing the wind. What? With my wings I could detect the slightest vibrations in the air, which allowed me to detect any threat long before it gets close to us. Amazing. Yeah, you should be amazed, Soul, because she's actually pretty cool. You think so? Of course. How anyone could be so remarkably stupid proves that we clearly have not hit the bottom of the barrel. It's true. I doubt that you believe in your freaky mutant superpower. However, can you tell me what this is? It's my sensor monitor. And what does it do? It allows me to monitor my sensors that I placed around our camp, sir. And now I'm sir again. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? That I should have relied upon my sensors per regulation, sir? I know it's pointless to say. If you know that, I shouldn't have to remind you. Don't slack at the next site. I'm counting on you to protect us. Yes, sir. And watch where you put those talents of yours. You smashed a couple of bottles at the site that I was going to inspect. Jerry looks exasperated but I'm on the fence if I should support him. True, Zuri needs to follow her checklist, but having a second layer of defenses is smart. What if Zuri's method had detected something the sensors couldn't read? What if Zuri missed something on her sensors and we got attacked? Both of them are right. I want to move in and support them and end this. I can't undermine the Nemros's executive officer when he is setting his standards. Kind of true, because you shouldn't really do that. All I can do is support them both and hope that someday they see they were both could have been wrong or right today. Oh hey. You seem to hold up pretty well. Must have been in a good mood today. You actually yelled at me for something other than being a lizard. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. Besides, a good word doesn't let petty insults get under her skin. She says as she presses away something that glistened from the corner of her eye. Still, her ability to bounce back is admirable. If it makes you feel better, I didn't feel like I was in any danger with you there. I felt like we were in danger. It was like the land was crying out in anger at our arrival. The land? Crying out? I had to check the shuttle's external audio recorders to see if there was something I didn't hear. Hey Nat, thanks for sending it up for me out there. Don't look so surprised. What do you think I was going to do? Call you a lizard brain and ignore your recommendations? We're good friends with Soul, so yeah, well, we're female, you're female, and Soul's a dude, and he hates every non-human, so we follow orders. Just because we're friends doesn't mean we see eye to eye on everything. See, thank you. I trust him, Zuri, but I trust you as well. You trust me? I've never heard that before. What? Most people only say that they can trust me to screw things up. I'm going to be the best warrior there is. You can count on me, Nat. People trust her to screw things up? Well, I meant that I can trust her because she's a fellow soldier. No. Zuri seems passionate. I want to have faith in her. It would be ill of me not to give her my full support. Let's go back, I'll show you. I'll fight the evil storm threatening to destroy you. How about we go and report to the commander before she becomes an evil storm herself? Roger. I like her. It's good to have a kind, good-spirited security officer. Victory and promotions are assured. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope she gets a good promotion. Like a general or something. Ma'am, Major Busio report. I found the escape trails for the shuttles. Welcome back, Major. Found all 5 of their escape trails to throw us off. But she didn't find anything. I already heard your story, Lieutenant. She hasn't. Bet you're regretting not sending me out there now, aren't you? The camp was abandoned. It didn't appear to be ransacked, but we were unable to locate any documentation or electronic devices. See? Should have had the real hero go with. Except for this datapad. Found it covered in dried blood and buried in the dirt. Captain Moonfollow was the one to find it. Excellent work. I also want to commend you on the hasty retreat. The storm you spotted appears to have grown in strength. Our sensors are reporting the weather strong enough to prevent takeoffs. So much for going back to now. That storm could have been dangerous. But was that a simple coincidence or a sign of something more sinister? Zuri looks disturbed. Frank's smile from earlier is being replaced by a restless look of distress. I'm going to bring her with me from now on. Even if she was wrong, she has a good sense for the weather. I'd rather not be trying a search site in a hurricane. Let me see that. Not so fast. She is very eager to try and touch that electronic device. I haven't done any in-depth investigation on it yet. We don't know what secrets it may contain. Power on. We should be doing this in a controlled location. It needs a password. Did you think to find that? Give it back. Snatch it out of the Rukin's hands before she has a chance to inflict any further potential harm. If you'll excuse me, ma'am, I'll report once I determine what sort of secrets it may contain. How we do what? Sit on our thumbs? I already told you I have the locations of 5 outbound shuttles. And follow one of them. I'll give you a better idea of where I want to go after I work on this. Fine. Fine. That is not fine. That is actually dangerous, unlike the storm we ran from. Trust in her, soul. I do trust in Natalie. If she thinks we should continue forward while she works on the device, why can't you support her decisions? Because she doesn't trust any of us. Kinda true. It's funny how Stan... Okay, I didn't even read his thing. It's funny how Stan would appear because Natalie is being fought over of her ideal, and Stan is a pervacious doctor. Let's continue. Sorry. Never mind that, my dear. Let us return to the lab and begin our work. Oh, great. Oh, cool. We have them coming too. I want to help. Me too. Alright, let's get cracking. I'll get us to decide where Star thinks the runaway shuttles went. You can't count on me. Us. Thanks, I won't let you down. Alright, so we're going to end this episode here. We just got our datapad, and now we're in a room cramped with a giant Afric. I forgot what Zuri is called. Please remind me in the comments below. And a Hobbin, or a Hobbit, which is what Kylie is. And a human, which is what Natalie is. So we're already cramped with like 4 different species in this room. Very interesting. So we're going to leave this here. I will see you in the next video. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. If you're not, well, you can end this episode here for you if you want. But have a wonderful day, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. So, bye!